Hello, how are you? How nice to see you again. My friend Anna was really pleased with my video last week. However, she gave me a really good piece of advice and said, Clem, could you please tell us beforehand if you've recorded your video in English or in Spanish? Because it's really confusing not knowing what language you're going to use. So, I have taken notice of what she said, and now you can see that we have two new playlists, one for Spanish and one for English. So as you can imagine, this video is in the English playlist. Today, what are we going to do? I'm going to focus on food and health again. And I'm going to talk about food and nutrition during COVID. And I think I have a very good text that I have adapted so that you can use it for consecutive. It is a text for beginners. It is going to be oralized very slowly. The structure is very clear so that note-taking is not difficult. And it's also designed in such a way that you can analyze it quickly while you are taking notes. Please note that I always quote the sources I use for inspiration, and they usually appear in the credits. So, are you ready? Let's go then! Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends and colleagues, COVID-19 is a recurring topic at most meetings we attend, even if it's only mentioned in passing. Today, in the third of a series of 3 talks on healthy eating, I will talk about food and nutrition during self-quarantine or self-isolation. Ladies and gentlemen, if healthy eating is important in normal times, it is even more so during those times when you have to stay at home, locked down, and even sometimes completely isolated. So you will be probably asking yourselves, are there any special tips you can give us? I'm not sure, but I can tell you what to do during tough times like these, and afterwards you can make up your mind whether what I am saying is useful or not. The first thing I suggest is that you check the WHO website as well as the website of the Ministry of Health or a similar institution's website in your respective countries. Though the WHO and UFIC warn us that there are no foods that will boost our immune system and prevent or treat COVID-19, both organizations agree on and add that eating a healthy, balanced diet is essential. But I think that we were all already quite aware of that fact, weren't we? I mean, you should always meet your nutrient needs and keep healthy. So now during quarantine, that is even more important because access to certain types of food may be restricted. I have realized that during COVID, we have gone back to basics again. What do I mean with this? Well, that my mother always used to tell us to take our shoes off and rush off and wash our hands until they were spotless and change into different clothes when we came in the house. Therefore, I am sure that you will agree with me that the advice regarding food and nutrition is going to leave you with a feeling of déjà vu. But believe it or not, it is true. Therefore, what advice do UFIC and WHO give us about healthy eating during self-isolation, for example? Eat plenty of fruits and vegetables. Choose whole grains over refined grains. That way you consume more fiber. Replace saturated with unsaturated fat. Limit foods and drinks high in fat, sugar, and salt. And I would add, just don't consume them altogether. Control portion sizes. Remember how to divide your plate while balancing fruits, grains, vegetables, and protein in the right amounts. When it comes to protein, we are told to choose both plant and animal-based proteins. But it is true that some of us prefer plant-based to animal-based protein, and frankly, I think that there is nothing wrong with that. Always stay hydrated. Does drinking 8 glasses of water every day remind you of anything? Look after your bones, teeth, and muscles. Get your dose of vitamin D in isolation. Finally, enjoy family meals. Try to cook together as a family. Make it a habit. Make it fun, because you will all benefit from the interactions that take place in the kitchen. Ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry this was quite a long introduction to the debate, but I'm sure we're going to have more than enough food for thought, analysis, and discussion. Thank you very much for your attention, and please note that you can start placing your questions for the Q&A discussion into the chat box.